I dedicate this vessel to Nicky Dolan and family. Rest in peace. The Loveen, built by Galway's maritime craftsmen for the whole world to see, destined to sail on distant waters, far, far away, making our first voyage on Carib's fast-flowing waters that meet the salty waters of dear old Galway Bay. And in conclusion, I hope and pray that all that sail aboard her will have a happy landfall forever and a day. P.S. With a codfish head and a mackerel tail, she can handle following seas, even in our Easter or an RE scale. And that's the Loveen.
The story of the Loveen, I suppose, started close on 10 years ago. A guy by the name of Nicky Dolan, who was a friend and neighbour of mine, bought this boat in 2011. He sailed it a couple of times and did some work on it. Poor old Nicky, he passed away in 2011. The boat sat there for a number of months, and I suppose the following year anyway, between a couple of individuals and the Dolan family, the boat came into the hands of Port of Galway Sea Scouts. But it needed some work, a couple of bits, a couple of ribs and a couple of planks and a few bits and pieces. The Scouts didn't have the money or the expertise or the skills, I suppose, to restore it, and it fell by the wayside for a number of years until I managed to kind of get together with a couple of lads and a crew and teamed up with the Hernans, and we applied for funding, some flag funding. BIM Bordy's a scheme there that they had running, and we basically formed a club and a company and a few other things, and we said to the Scouts, give us the boat, we're going to do a job on it, full restoration.
As we do go with the march, I was steer na ro, when you was about Marvishi. I was gone na ro gan go di no ni slenten, no ni staiv ni no tadig no edition, can all fanachlish on chan mon go vietje. Well, can all zero was bought my show, bought hanger those shoulder, was drama to shoulder. We shall not only where one Rossi bought the Ginwara Hart Kate Brerochen, I was the Rossi bought showed on, I was the on bought the go. Meer vlak toe dit jaar moet, nu we gelogen eraan, nach raan slachter. Wie zit hier te stegen, doos rassen, ook zo'n bad weer gelogen nu al van rassen, bad de stesje die aan, wie zit hier te waard, niet die. Dus kun je kerst gaan naar doen, maar hier bad, dus veel we gaan, wel kan menu wegesen at a rutschen, stukje. It is hard to know what the water likes. To restore a boat like this is very slow. Because I can understand why boat builders like to start on a new boat, because you put down your keel, you do the stem, the front part, the stem, and the stern, which is this part here of the boat, and you start going forward all the time. With the rebuild, you take out a set of ribs and you put in a new set of ribs. You take out another set of ribs and you put and there's 22 odd sets of ribs there to be replaced individually, you could say, to preserve the shape and the mould of the boat. So the ribs are all oak, sawn oak, and they have to be shaped. Then the planking is nailed onto them with galvanised nails, and the planking is made of larch. We kept as close as we could to what the original shape of the boat was. And I'm on the last round up now with a few bits and pieces, and that's it. It's ready for the water.
She was towing for oysters in Clare Bridge. She was harvesting seaweed, you know, back in the 1930s and 40s. You know, she was built originally as a Bád Imra, a rowboat or a weed boat. You know, the early 80s, Coley was actually involved in putting the sailing rig on it himself. So there's a bit of history, you know, there's connections all over. We're coming to the end, which is actually really only the beginning, you know. So it's the boat beside us again. It's 96 years old with all new timber. Okay, so you just have to come and see it to believe it. You know what I mean? The shape is there, the emotion is there, the memories of Nicky and the past owners and what it did over the last 96 years or so. The boat was called Surricka Mairead, right, after Pádraig Hanafy's two daughters. When Nicky came home, he lived at home with his mother. When he came home, he had a chat with Molly, and Molly asked him, what are you going to name the boat, Nick? And Nick says, do you know what, Molly? I'm going to name it Loveen. And he gave her a wink like that. And she went bananas, said, cop on to yourself. You can't go naming the boat Loveen. And why can't I? Because he was pure, mischievous kind of a fella, nice guy, you know, were they a man, woman, or child, or dog? Oh, you Loveen, how's it going, like? After his passing and everything, Mal told this story, and she was only delighted to call them name the boat officially Loveen. We'll be pushing her into the water in the next couple of weeks. We've a new, as I said, new boat, new mast, new sails being cut shortly. Mast, bowsprit, gaff, everything kind of brand new. A few old bits of the boat will be going back into it for nostalgia and everything else. And that's about the size of it.